Hey everybody on YouTube, it's me, Kalea Star. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and for today's video it's just going to be a story time about my labor and delivery of my daughter. So I had my baby. I had her on November the 23rd at 10:46 in the morning. She was 6 pounds and 4 ounces. I went to the hospital the night before because I had went to the doctor previous that day, and I got my cervix checked, and when I went home and I went to the bathroom and used it, I seen blood in the toilet, so I went to the doctor. They did a test on me, and when the doctor, she did the test to see like did my water break. She said yep, my water did break, but it was like a slow leak in my bag, so that's why I was bleeding, because my water was broke. And I was in labor for 12 hours, and my labor really wasn't hard. I did have a couple contractions, but it wasn't like a whole lot. They actually had to give me medicine like to help my body start having contractions, and so they did that. And so, as they gave me that medicine, I just had to wait, I just had to wait. When the doctor did tell me that my water was broke, I was scared because, in my mind, they told me that my due date was December the 9th. But I had, like, I had already started, dilating. Like, I had already started dilating before the end of November. So I knew that my baby was going to come early, but I didn't know that she was going to come that early. Like, I had a feeling she was gonna come in November, but at the same time I was hoping that she came in December. But I'm glad that she didn't come in December, because if she would have, I probably would have had a 9-pound baby, 10-pound baby, okay? Because my girl, she gaining weight fast right now. My baby is juicy right now. So I'm glad that she did come when she did. So yes, I was a little scared and nervous. I was trying to get it together in my mind that, look, you finna have a baby. I did not get no epidural. The doctors came in there telling me about the epidural and stuff. They was trying to make me get it, but I told them no, I don't need it. I want to do a natural birth. I don't feel like I need it right now, and if I do want it, I will let you know. And the reason why I don't want to get no epidural, first of all, I want to have a natural birth. Second of all, I'm scared of needles. I already, they already had to put, IV in you and all that and take your blood. I already did not like that. And for me to have to be still, and if I move a certain way, I can be paralyzed. And also, there's lasting effects after getting the epidural. And then nobody else can be in the room with you. It's just you by yourself with the epidural. But it's a doctor, then it's another doctor watching them. Nobody else. No. Because what if you do the wrong thing? No. So that's why I didn't get an epidural, and I'm glad that I had a natural birth, because I heard some people say that when they get the epidural, they can't feel having their baby. They numb. So how do you know when to push? That doesn't, well, I know doctors tell you and stuff, but for me personally, that wouldn't help me out. I wouldn't like, I don't know. I just feel like that'd be difficult for me, especially being a first-time mom. But I did want to have a natural birth, and honestly, for me, and I do not like pain at all. Let me tell you, I do not like pain at all. I do not like pain at all. And as someone who I know I can't stand pain like that, I don't like pain at all. Having a natural birth was actually not that bad. It was actually a whole lot easier than I thought it would be. I thought it was gonna be a whole lot worse than that, but it wasn't. And I don't even like pain. I didn't have no epidural, and I had to get a couple stitches too. So yeah. So once they gave me the medicine to help my body start contracting, because I had been in labor for 12 hours, and the nurses kept on coming in there checking on me throughout the night. My body started having contractions, and I was on my back at first, but my labor pain was in my back, and my back was hurting so bad that I didn't want to be on there. So I let the nurse know, and like she put me like in a dog position, like on my hands and my feet. She said that's what most moms get when they have like a natural birth, because it eases the pain from their back and stuff, So they really helped me out a lot. So they did give me medicine to start making me have contractions. I did, but eventually they had to come in and turn the medicine off because my body started having contractions on its own, and my contractions started coming really, really fast. When I was in the bed contracting, I said, I was like, the pain, it wasn't bad at first. It was bearable. But then it got to the point when it was hard, like, I cried a little bit. I was trying to take deep breaths. I was trying to breathe. And it was me and my boyfriend there, and he was just like, Claire, you crying, you need to call the nurses. And I didn't feel like that I needed to call them at that moment, because I said I didn't feel like that, it was time for me to have a baby. I just said, well, I must be 8 centimeters or close to 10 centimeters. I was right at 10, and it happened so quick. Like, it happened so quick. It was ridiculous. But I'm not mad at it, though. But, like, it happened so quick. And I did cry a little bit. Yes, I did. Yeah, I cried. I said, woo, this what it feel like having a natural birth? This what it feel like having a child? And then while I was having them contractions on my hands and my knees in the bed, I could feel my baby moving down. And at the doctor, they got to monitor it. They weren't out there watching that monitor on me, watching my contractions. Because if they would have, I wouldn't have had to tell them as many times as I did that the baby is coming. But as I was having contractions in that bed, like, I felt my baby moving down. At first I wasn't sure, but then I really started, like paying attention and like not worrying about me hurting. But I'm feeling her move down in my stomach, and I'm feeling her move in my stomach. And that I don't think I said it, but the doctor came and she broke the little rest of my water. It was just a little bit in the bag. She broke a little bit of it. And then, that's when my contractions started coming and stuff. Once they gave me that medicine, they had to turn it off because my body started having contractions on its own, and it was really fast. Like, it was a lot. It was a little bit too much that, like, it was making my baby heart rate slow down. And it was a lot on me too. So yeah, I was in the bed having contractions. Cried a little bit. I wiped my eyes. I said, I got this. I know it's hurting and stuff, but I got this. I can do this. I had to just motivate myself and tell myself. My boyfriend was a good motivator for me too, but I had to tell myself, because I'm the one in the bed having that pain. He wouldn't. And so I could feel my baby moving down, and the nurse came in the room, and I told her, I said, hey, I said, my baby is coming right now. And like, she started getting the stuff, and then I guess she thought I didn't know that I guess she thought that I didn't know what I was talking about, because it took her a little minute to really like pay attention and come over there. And then I think I said it again, and like, it was blood coming out of me. And like, she said, do you want me to check your cervix again? I said, yeah. And then when she checked me, yep, she said, yeah, she right there. So they started getting me ready and stuff to lay on my back. Originally in my plan, I didn't want to lay on my back to give birth, because I thought that would be very hard for me. But it actually wasn't. It was actually very beneficial for me. So, they started getting everything together. Oh, I did tell them when they put me on my back the first time. I said it hurt so bad. My pain was my back. I said, I don't want to lay on my back. So they turned me to the side. But as soon as they turned me to the side, my baby head was right there. So they said, you got to get on your back, so I wouldn't hurt her, And I had a hard time breathing. The worst part was not the contractions. It really wasn't. After it was time for her to come and her head was right there, she was getting ready. The worst part for me was the crowning. When your body has to stretch open for the baby to come through, that was the worst part. It was not the contractions. It was that. When it was time for her to come, that was the worst part. My baby head was crowning. It was so much pressure, like, it really was hard for me to breathe. Then the doctor was trying to monitor her. She kept pressing the monitor on my stomach. And when she would press that monitor on my stomach, that made me contract. That made me hurt even more. My body just got done contracting, so she can come on out. Then she pressed that on there. She make me contract even more, make me hurt even more. And I told her, I said, can you please stop doing that? That's hurting me. And she said, we got to monitor the baby. But usually when they would monitor me, they didn't press nothing on my stomach. they just, like strap it on you and they leave it on you. No. She was pressing that in my stomach. She was making me so mad because, that was hurting me. And I was already going through some pain. And I was having such a hard time breathing. The doctors was telling me that I'm going to have to breathe and just, calm down. And my boyfriend was telling me to breathe. They said, you got to breathe for the baby too. I had such a hard time that I told them people, I said, look, I may need that oxygen mask because I'm really having a hard time breathing right now. And the lady was like, you're not going to need the oxygen mask. And that really made me mad because how you going to tell me about me? You ain't giving birth. You may have given birth before. I don't care. But this ain't you. This is me. So I didn't like the fact that the nurse was, my phone had said it ran out of storage. So I didn't like the fact that the nurse was trying to tell me that I didn't need no oxygen mask, but she wasn't the one on the table. But like I said, the worst part was the crowning. Then when she kept pressing that monitor on my stomach, and then my baby heart rate was kind of slowing down because the contractions was so strong. Like, it was a little bit too much. It was a little bit too much for her. And they told me, they said, they told me to push. Pushing was a breeze. Pushing didn't hurt. Like I said, it was just the crowning. So when they seen I was getting ready to have the baby, they called the doctor. The doctor, I don't know what she was doing, what she was at, but she took too long. And 30 minutes after they called that doctor and 4 pushes, I was done. My baby was here. Now, when my baby first came out, she ain't cry. I sure was listening for her cry. She didn't cry when she first came out. My boyfriend said when she first came out and he seen her, she was looking at them doctors like, what they doing? Like, she was looking around. And they took and they cleaned her off and stuff. I may post a picture of it as a newborn. And then we took pictures of her, but she had her eyes wide open as soon as she came here. He had his phone out trying to take a picture of her. She was looking dead at the camera. She was looking, and she was looking at me. And honestly, another thing that helped me with a positive birth experience is faith and prayer. I just said, because I kept running back and forth to the doctor, and I was contracting, so that meant that my body was getting ready for my baby to come. I was going to have her early. I was just praying and just having faith that everything was going to work out in Jesus' name, and that when God was ready for her to come and for her to be here, she was going to be here. And, I was looking at people having positive births and also negative births, looking at both of them. Because, I just said I need to be prepared, just in case. What about if something changed? What about, if it's like an emergency situation, stuff like that, so I can be prepared. But I just prayed and I just asked God and said, Lord, whenever you're ready for my baby to come, let her come. And I think I prayed that the day before Thanksgiving, a day or two before Thanksgiving, or either that same day I prayed that, and there she was. And, I just prayed that I had a positive birth experience. We didn't have no complications. She came, when he was ready for her to come, and, I was kind of worried about getting stitches and stuff because, like I said, I don't like pain. I thought it was going to hurt real bad. But she gave me a shot to numb me before she gave me the stitches, and I just bit on the pillow, and it didn't really hurt, for real. It didn't really hurt, and I don't like pain. I'm telling y'all. But I just prayed for her to come when he was ready, for us to have a good, smooth, natural birth. Everything be all right with her. Everything be all right with me. Because I had fell down during my pregnancy. One time I did fall down. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did fall down. Some covers on the floor and I slipped. And I was worried about that. Because, you can lose your baby. Sometimes people lose their babies when they fall down. Or it causes complications. And, this is my first child. And I was just like, I don't want to be the cause or the reason of something happening to her. But I just prayed and I just asked God for her to come when he was ready, for us to have a smooth and healthy delivery. And that's what we had. And I said I was going natural, and I just said, Lord, help me to be able to get through this. And if I didn't want to go natural, I was going to get the epidural. If I felt like I couldn't take that pain, I was going to get the epidural. But I could, so I didn't have a problem with it. So, yeah. But I feel like that's really what helped me have a good birth. And, I was Even though I was scared and stuff, when I found out that my water was broke, I said before, I said when it's time for me to have my baby, I don't want to be scared. You know, I know I'm already going to be a little bit scared and a little nervous, but I don't want to add on to that. I want to have a peaceful and calm environment, because if I'm scared, if I'm in a chaotic environment, then that's going to make me giving birth, that's going to make that hard on me, stressful on me, and I didn't need that, because giving birth is already scary enough. You know, some people don't live. You know, things happen. So I was very grateful and thankful to have such a positive birth experience and positive birth story. It went smooth. It was smooth sailing for me. You know, my baby was healthy. She was eating good. You know, she was able to stay in the room with us. We was able to see her. Everything was good, and she's still doing good, and she's still healthy to this very day. So me personally, I would recommend a natural birth, but if you can't take the pain, go ahead, get the epidural. If you can't take the pain, but a natural birth, it do hurt. The after process, you know, the postpartum and stuff, it wasn't hard for me. Actually, I was up walking and everything. Soon after I gave birth, I wasn't hurting or nothing. Now, a little bit after I was, but I would say, like, when it was time for me to come home from the hospital, that's when, like, I really started like having pains and stuff. Like, it was kind of hard for me to walk and stuff, and I would be hurting and stuff. But like after I gave birth, them whole 3 to 4 days we was in that hospital, I was good. Like, I was walking up. I mean, I was walking around and everything soon after I gave birth, and I wasn't tired or weak. So I'm just so thankful and grateful to God that I had a positive, great experience like that, because everybody don't have that, and I was very blessed. Like I said, this is my first child. My baby was a surprise. But me having a baby, like, that really changed my life. And, like, that really helped me and motivated me to want to do better and want to be better. And, you know, not only for her, but for myself. Because now I got somebody looking up to me. I got my own little person to love me back now. You know, she looks exactly like me. Exactly like me. And, yeah. So that's my positive birth experience. I'm kind of doing some new in my YouTube videos. Also, Happy New Year, Happy 2024. This video is not going to be edited because I'm trying to actually get on my business with my YouTube and be consistent. So this is where I'm starting off. I'm just trying to see where it's going. You know, you got to start somewhere. I'm really trying to be about my business with my YouTube and, like, stop playing. So, yeah, that is my positive birth experience. I hope you all enjoyed it. I gotta get a thumbnail. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Share my video. You can comment down below. So, yeah, thank you. I'm trying to see.